I was caught with some evaluation work for the masterstroke mentorship program, so that kept him busy. So just checking up if there are any doubts and questions. So Raki has written some question. If you have your questions and doubts, please ask them. So as we know that drought and flood are impartial part of Indian climatic regime, can be right Huntington that climate determinism, please help. Okay. So 2023 optional will come later or not? Your optional will come as per the batches are announced. One batch will come in October also. So this is for 2023 only. This is not for 2022. This will finish in October. Prelims, mains will happen in September only. I completed all my backlog. Okay, Ratnam, welcome. Sir, I'm taking leave for 3 days due to college examination. Purvi, all the best for your examination. When you're back, cover up the backlog. Okay. So everyone, I want to start with the question. And my question is, everyone, what all can you remember from the metallic mineral? No? Metallic mineral, we had done that. So everything you remember from the metallic mineral. Blank sheet. What is the geological basis of metallic minerals? What is the geological basis of minerals in India? And where are the metallic minerals? Chalice. Quickly, whatever you remember. Don't look at the notebook. But the paper 1 is over. So for live, I want to do. So you can paper 2 whenever it will come. So that is why you interested in the 2023. So there is this batch in which there are many students who are for 2023. Okay, 2022 के लिए batch नहीं है. इनका वो खत्म हो गया तो October में we will start with paper 1 again. So paper 2 चल रहा है. So that is there. Please watch the first lecture of this course. No, first lecture of this course जरूर देखिएगा. That will bring you more clarity. After that, you may choose whether you want to keep it from here or wait till October. That is up to you. Everyone with me? Vishwanath, don't write here. Don't write here. Anyone, I'm not asking you to type. Take a sheet, whatever you remember. Whatever you remember. Quickly, whatever you remember. Quickly, whatever you can recall. Are we done? Everyone? So what all minerals did you write about? What all minerals did you write about? Iron, bauxite, copper, magnesium, manganese, iron, copper, aluminum. Does everyone remember that? Perfect. Oil and gas, that was only about that. So everyone, I think everyone has to do this. This exercise is called a recall exercise. Later on, you will say, sir, मुझे कुछ समझ नहीं आया. That is not to be done. Participate in these exercises. If you don't participate in these exercises, I am not going to take any of your questions. I am very clear. So participate in the exercises, everyone, whether you write or not, but you should have done this. So we had talked about the geological basis. Same says I tried on the map. Same, whatever you are looking at, I wrote certain points on geological basis. That should be there. Say, for example, our metals, our oil and gas, our non-metals, and our marine sediments. That should be written as the geological basis. Is everyone okay? Second is when I talked about, say, for example, metals. When I talked about metals, I talked about iron. I had drawn a map on that. So if I was you, I would be doing this. That these are the two regions which I have about my metal iron. So iron is here, and then I will write down Chota Nagpur Plateau. Whatever I remember, especially Jharkhand, I said Singhbhum, I said Mayurbhanj, Keonjhar, और क्या था सुंदरगढ़ था शायद सुंदरगढ़. We looked at Badam Pahad, Guru Maisani, and something like that. That is Chota Nagpur in Jharkhand. Then we looked at in Chhattisgarh. छत्तीसगढ़ में if you remember बैलाडिला. प्रियंक ओडिशा में तो नहीं आएगा ना बेटा, आयन और की बात हो रही है, वो हमने यहाँ पर कर दिया है. यहाँ पर ओडिशा, ये छत्तीसगढ़, बैलाडिला और दल्ली राजरा. बैलाडिला, दल्ली राजरा, ठीक है. भिलाई वाज अ स्टील प्लांट, भिलाई वाज अ स्टील प्लांट. यहाँ पर हमने क्या किया था, जमशेदपुर. गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया वेंट फॉर बोकारो, भिलाई, बोकारो, भिलाई, राउरकेला and Durgapur. Bokaro, Bhilai were from Russian assistance. Raurkela was German assistance. Durgapur is in West Bengal. This was with British assistance. उन सबसे ऊपर is Jamshedpur, first one, massive one. ऐसा कुछ हमने conversation किया था, if you remember. When we were talking about this, we said नीचे जो है हमारा, this was the Baba Budan Hills and Kudremukh, and there we had Hospit and Bellary. So if you remember this, that is amazing. यहाँ पर हमने इस तरह से बनाया था. This is it. So if you did not write it wrong, Sandhya says Neyveli. Sandhya, Neyveli is for coal. ऐसा तो नहीं है कि वहाँ पर iron ore है. I did not talk about Neyveli. Yes, Chikmagalur district I talked about. I also said in Chikmagaluru or Chikmagalur district we have iron also and we have manganese also. So when I say recall, होता क्या है कि there are students who are just here for listening. That is, they will not change their old way of dictations and spoon feeding. This is the time when you have to test yourself. And test का मतलब ये नहीं है कि when the teacher is saying, oh, I also remember this too, I also know. No. Is it in your sheet? Have you written this? Then you get 10 on 10. Otherwise, you were just wasting time. Then we started going towards copper. Copper was here. Aravali was one belt, copper belt, lead belt, and zinc belt. In copper, we remember Khetri mines in Junjunu. This was Zawar mines, Zawar, Udaipur, if you remember. Do we get that? ये लिखा हुआ होना चाहिए. Whether you are writing on the map or not, that's a different thing. But that's what we are talking about. If you have this, then it is going amazing. If you don't have this, तब सिर्फ time pass हो रहा है. Is everyone okay? So I am looking at this should be there. This used to be the copper heartland of India, but now is Malanjkhand, MP Maharashtra border. We call it the Balaghat region. The famous region is Balaghat, Nagpur, Bhandara, Chindwara. So मैं लिख रहा हूँ, ये मैंने last time नहीं लिखा था. Malanjkhand region is Balaghat, Bhandara, Nagpur and Chindwara. So I want everyone to open the atlas and look at the map of MP Maharashtra border on the state map, not on all India map, state map. हाँ, I will be coming to that Sneha. यहाँ पर भी कॉपर आएगा. घाटशिला. We said क्या माइंस थी? राखा माइंस थी. So घाटशिला. राखा मोसा भी. Okay, ठीक है, perfect. That's good. Everyone, please pay attention. Chikmagalur. Good if you remember this. Very, very good. And through this, you are also getting the mineral belts of India. Everyone, do we get that? Did we find on the MP side Balaghat, Chindwara, and on the Maharashtra side Bhandara, Nagpur? Very, very important belt. Did we find them? Everyone, if this is the border, this is Chindwara, this is Balaghat, this is Bhandara, this is Nagpur, can you connect them with a pencil or a pen and declare this as, what happened to the pen? Declare this as Malanjkhand. This is the Malanjkhand. What does it have? Copper. It has aluminium or bauxite. ये यहाँ पर है. Everyone okay? Satpura shield. What shield is this? Satpura shield. Is everyone with me? If you were able to recall, these are very, very important metalliferous regions of India. Metal से भरे हुए regions. Everyone clear? I'm not writing. I am just depicting. Why am I depicting? Because depiction में ज़्यादा चीजें मुझे दिखाई दे रही. Is everyone okay? ये हमने कर लिया. अब मुझे gold चाहिए कहीं पर. Gold कहाँ पर है? Gold. Where is gold? I said AU. People who don't know about AU is gold. So can I say Karnataka is gold? Kolar and Hutti. Kolar mines, Hutti mines. Kolar mines, I think they are the deepest gold mines in the world. So you might be very happy that itna deep hai and all those things. So I want to tell you, itna deep the world doesn't go. And we like it, so that is why there. So many people are calling it Hatti. So the spelling is HUTTI, otherwise you can say Hatti also. अच्छा, और कहीं पर. An important river I told you. Subarna Rekha. Is everyone okay with this? We're talking about metals. We are talking about metals. Okay? Subarna Rekha. So what state is this? Odisha. This state is Odisha. This state is Jharkhand. This state is Chhattisgarh. Is everyone okay? Very important. This state is Karnataka. Odisha में I want अभी से लिख लो. कोई टेंशन नहीं. क्रोमियम, निकल, क्रोमियम एंड निकल। जगह का नाम है सुकिंदा वैली। 90% से ऊपर माल इधर ही है। इज एवरीवन ओके? क्रोमियम निकल डन। टेंशन लेने की। लेड एंड जिंक इज फाउंड अलोंग विद कॉपर, वो पेयर में मिल गया। एवरीवन डन विद दैट? कुछ यहाँ पे मिल जाएगा क्रोमियम, ऐसा नहीं। सेकंड, उसके बाद मतलब क्या नहीं, ओडिशा, ओडिशा इज द लार्जेस्ट, और उसके बाद सेकंड लार्जेस्ट विल बी झारखंड। So you are the writer over there. Everyone, you are the answer writer, no? If somebody says, examine the metal reserves of India, metallic reserves of India, metallic are critical also. So you'll say the shields, can you see very clearly the shields are visible to us? The shields are visible to us, the old shields, they are there. उसमें हमारा काम बन जाता है. Our work is working for us. Yes or no? If you read खुल्लर, तो खुल्लर में वो बताएगा कि यहाँ पर भी थोड़ा सा आयरन है। मेरे ख्याल से रत्नागिरी बताएगा। महाराष्ट्र also दिल से there is iron. दिल से गोवा also there is iron. Goa also there is iron. ठीक है, majorly this is the shield, but that can be there, some extensions can be there or not. So can I say let's create the base of the pizza. Let's create the base of the pizza. If the base of the pizza is strong, ऊपर से जब भी डाल देंगे। Everyone tell me, in the examination if you know this much, even if you don't know everything beyond that, तो इतने में तो काम बन जाएगा। Will it work or not? True. So that is what I am looking at. So I have got major metals over there. अब मैं यहाँ पर डालना चाह रहा हूँ everyone. What color do I pick? Red ले लेते हैं। क्या है? ओडिशा के प्लेटूज में भी कुछ इधर भी। What is Al? Bauxite. So yesterday we looked at bauxite also. So aluminium. Where was aluminium? Formula was hot and humid shield regions. So एक तो बहुत क्लियर आया था, वेस्टर्न घाट आया, वेस्टर्न घाट में स्पेशली अराउंड कर्नाटका शील्ड, दैट विल बी देयर। देन सतपुरास, देन छोटा नागपुर प्लेटू, कुछ मेघालय में भी डाल लेते हैं एल, छोटा नागपुर प्लेटू, वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, एंड ईस्टर्न घाट ऑल्सो, ईस्टर्न घाट ऑल्सो। ठीक है, झारखंड एंड ओडिशा, संजना, दैट झारखंड एंड ओडिशा इज दैट ओनली, नो? गरजात हिल्स, everyone, when it is Chota Nagpur plateau, don't we have the whole thing? Get that? So what has happened is that we find such things in as somebody talked about Garjat Hills. So Jharkhand and Odisha, we found such valleys, flat on the top, and then valleys are there. When we studied, we find that on top there is resistant metal rich rock, and beneath it is soft rock. So soft rock gets eroded. Is everyone okay? Soft rock gets eroded, but these hard rocks, hard tableland type rocks, they resist erosion for the rest. Is everyone okay? These are called, in Jharkhand and Odisha, these flat top, the hard rock things are called pat lands. Will you remember it? Pat lands. And in physical geography terms, what are these things called? So in landform chapter, you will find that these are called mesas or buttes. छोटे वाले को buttes कहते हैं, smaller one is called buttes and mesas. So फिर again, sir, मुझे तो कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, ये क्या हो रहा है? तो if you have done the previous class, if you were courageous enough, you thought, yes, let me challenge myself and I'm able to do this, so let me recall whatever I remember. So I am saying that what was the formation of bauxite? Everything is leaching down. On top what remains? Hard rock, rich in what? Aluminium and iron. That hard top resists erosion. So such flat hard top plateaus will be visible in this area or not, where a lot of lateralization has happened, in the shield region where a lot of lateralization has happened. So Chota Nagpur plateau, Odisha is Garjat Hills, Jharkhand also has it, somebody said Bokaro, yes or no? So such flat topped, hard rock topped ones, which are soft rocks beneath, but on the surface there is hard capping, those are called pat lands. And technically the term for geographical terms for them is mesas and buttes. Is everyone okay? Yahan tak clear? If you are clear, please give me clearance on that. Is it clear? We're talking about main on this. This map should go in your mind. So whenever somebody talks about metals, minerals of India, you know this much. सर अगर नॉन मेटल पूछ लिया तो आई टोल्ड यू नॉन मेटल कहाँ होगा. मालवा इज द एड्रेस ऑफ नॉन मेटल. विंध्या इज द एड्रेस ऑफ नॉन मेटल. इधर भी, इधर रिमेंबर ये तो बसाल्टिक चला गया, बसाल्टिक. Yes, but here we have non-metal. Possible Telangana. So non-metals can be there surrounding. Can I say deserts also non-metal? Rajasthan desert. What did I tell you? 90% of gypsum. 90% of gypsum of the country. And salts are coming. A lot of salts are coming from Rajasthan. Sulfur भी आ रहा है बिल्कुल सही. Sulfur, salts, they are coming from this thing. Is everyone okay? Now this picture is clear in my mind. So whenever somebody talks about metals in India, I am not afraid. I am not afraid. I know there is a geological basis, and based on that geology, I get to understand why things are doing what they are doing. Is everyone okay? Any questions? So Dushyant is saying lagging. What about others? Is it fine? Perfect. And how many of you are actually writing in the morning? लिख रहा है कोई या नहीं? बस बात करने के लिए यहाँ पर. The people who have left the monkey aside. नहीं मुझे सुबह लिखना चाहिए. Missing but not good. Everyone, अगर ये भी किया होता morning में, what I did just now, I have spent 15 minutes doing this. Everyone, is it a good exercise? What exercise is this? This is called recall exercise. I tell you an interesting thing, everyone. I tell you an interesting thing. Why did I tell you? I tried, sir, and I realized that I can do it. चलिए बहुत अच्छी बात है. Let me tell you one very interesting thing. Does it happen? Does it happen that you see a person, the face of a person, yes, and you feel कि I have seen him or her before? True or not? Not with those प्रेमी निगाह, अरे इनको कहीं देखा, इस जन्म नहीं तो पिछले जन्म में देखा होगा, ऐसे वाला नहीं, ठीक है? It's not that one कि उसको देख के हर बार ये लगता है. I'm saying like I've seen that. So somebody you are seeing after years also. After years also, you remember? Yeah, I have seen. True. What is the problem? You don't remember the name. So what do you have? Recognition. Where are you feeling? Recall. वो देखो हरदेव, imagination. हरदेव इसीलिए कह रहा हूँ, सुष्मिता सेन की बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ. Real ones. ठीक है? Good afternoon, sir. Sorry for being late. Was a doctor. Okay, Nikhil. I hope the health is good. Everyone will get that recognition हो जाता है कि यार ये देखा है. Somebody was there in the school, so I remember. I was in my college and I went to some gathering and some other college, okay, and they got to know that I'm a fresher, so they started ragging. So ragging हमारे time में हो रही थी, अब तो there are a lot of these things. So they said all those freshers, they started ragging. So can you once say what you have said to write in the morning? I'll tell you, Manu. So they started ragging. So I was okay with it as long as ragging is just a fun and interaction. That's okay. When they became a little difficult, then I was looking for a way to move out of that place. I did not want to be there. But they were ragging. So I suddenly saw a guy who was from my school, a senior guy. I did not know him. He was in our football team, and people used to call him by a name. मुझे याद नहीं आ रहा. But I recognized. So I said, this guy is a senior. Can he help me or not? Yes or no? Ragging is happening. There is a senior who's my school senior. If I do that, बचा लेगा कि नहीं बचा लेगा? Will he save or not? That's okay. The issue is I don't know him. I've just seen him in the college or in the school. Now, if I don't know him, then what do I do? And how do I reach out? Because there are so many seniors and he's standing somewhere far off. Do you get that? I had recognition. I did not have recall. Is everyone okay? So what is easy? Recognition or recall? Recall is easy. Recognition is easy. Recall to हुआ ही नहीं. I was not able to recall the name. This is the test of memory. Get that? So now seniors are ragging, and I'm irritated and all that. And I am doing only one thing. क्या नाम था? So his name was distorted. And please don't mind, I'm writing it. In the football team, they would call him cow shit. That is English of gobar. True. Recall has happened, but very difficult. How do you call him cow shit? Dumb cake? Big problem. Will he save me or will he kill me? ये तो बहुत दिक्कत है. Then I extrapolated. I said, no, school, everyone, they spoil our name. No. What can they spoil? So his name was some Kaushik. Kaushik was his surname. I said, this is the last guess which I am doing. and amongst the seniors I shouted out Kaushik. I don't know what I shouted out, जो भी है भाई shout किया, and he looked at me. बस फिर क्या, I saved myself. True or not? So when you are under pressure, recall happens. When you are under pressure, recall happens. Somebody said, Kaushik sir came later. पहले तो ये था ना, I wanted his attraction. So he looked at me, who are you? I said, पहचाना नहीं, same school. You were our football champion. Sir, अरे ये अपना लड़का है, छोड़ दो इसको. This guy is our guy. Leave him. खत्म. Do we get that? So I have asked you early morning, even before you start your day for brush or something, make sure you do something. आज मैं बताता हूँ what did I do? What did I do? I woke up. My alarm woke me up. Immediately I sat down and I checked 3 papers of master stroke. I was in the bed and I took around 20 minutes. छोटा उनका टेस्ट होता है, ज़्यादा बड़ा नहीं होता है. 3 papers, they just write 5-6 questions every day. I sat down, no doubt, nothing else. 20 minutes, I gave 20 minutes and then I went and I started. Everyone, this can be a very good habit if you can go into recall. Abhi, what did I do with you? I said, before I start, see, in between we had a class, no, the class was on flood and rot. I wanted continuation also. I wanted to challenge my students also. Challenge in a healthy way. Now, some of you were able to do it. Some of you have not done it. But through this exercise, you can see if this was possible. Can we do that? Everyone tell me, honestly tell me, when you cleared your 10th exam, 12th examination, in certain subjects, were you not at this stage? You'll take a paper, practice. Throw it in the dustbin. Again asking you one thing, everyone, one thing. Which one is easier? Which one is easier? Recognition or recall? Recognition or recall? This is prelims. I am not giving you philosophy. This is mains. In prelims, you get 4 options. In mains, you get a blank sheet. Prelims that ways is easier. If you have really read things well, class में भी participate करो. The monkey पीछे से तुझे कुछ नहीं आ रहा है, देख यहाँ पर पैटलैंड लिख दिया, this तो तुझे पता ही नहीं, ये diagram ही समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. What diagram is this? It is impossible, like how can you make such a diagram? What is red color in this? What is, the monkey will keep on saying. Whereas it is what? A plateau which has got resistant layer on top. That's all. It's like a pastry with cream on top, hard cream on top. So what did I do? I gave you a recall test. And I want to tell you, people who have reached recall level, recognition will automatically happen. So early in the morning, when I give you that exercise, that you must write something, be it GS, be it option, whatever you thought at night, you should do that. Start your day your way. अपने ritual बना लो. ये जो मग खाली किया था ना, इसको अपने हिसाब से भरो. 20 minutes. सर मेरा monkey सर हर बार बोलता है सब simple है. Certain things are apparently simple, but याद भी करना होगा ना. Everyone, for recall to happen, memory में भी जाएगा. Memory will happen through what? Repetition. Everyone, when I was teaching you last time these metals, you were afraid, will I be able to remember or not? But today with this repetition, has it got coded or not? Doubly confident or not? Be on that. Morning ka ritual is going to set your day. 20 minutes, what did I do? I checked my papers. Next 10 minutes, I was taking pictures and making videos of my cat eating the food. What did I do? I checked my papers. Next 10 minutes, I was taking pictures and making videos of my cat eating the food. The cat is about to go. My son is very sad. Yes, we are also very sad. So we thought, last pictures and last videos, I've given my son the task of making a collage and whatever he wants so that he remembers the cat. That's something that inspires me. After 30 minutes, it's a day. I think I should start it on a very happy note. I started on a very powerful note. और फिर एक के बाद एक क्लास होती है, मास्टर स्ट्रोक होता है, डिस्कशंस होते हैं, and then I get to meet you also. मधु सिंह सर रात में जो भी पढ़ा उस सबको सुबह लिखना है? नहीं मधु, whatever you read today, you can select any one area from GS or optional. Take a PYQ, take a previous year question, write on it. Suppose you don't want to take a previous year question, can you just do this recall exercise? Everyone, was this a question? No. What was it? Metals in India. I will recall whatever I know. समझ में आ गया मधु? That is that. कितना टाइम देना इस एक्सरसाइज को? Small. Don't give it 1 hour wala. No, that will spoil it. 15 to 20 minutes. So I did not think that I will keep on checking. I said I will give that. That's my ritual, that I am absolutely woken up and I may not be, like probably a little sleepy and all that. Let me come back to it with something that will take my attention. So I said, let me look into these answers. So I started looking at it. Is everyone okay? यहाँ तक clear हो गया? चलिए. So these are learning techniques which I share with the students, which work for them. बाकी आपकी मर्जी है. मैंने ऐसा कहा ना, बहुत से students, they are not working on their techniques of learning. They just want to do the whole thing. Abraham Lincoln was asked, or in fact, he famously remarked that if you give me 8 hours to chop off trees, if you give me 8 hours, that 8 hours may chop as many trees as you want, I will spend 7 hours sharpening my axe. Imagine if your axe is slow. Sometimes it happens that I'm making a PowerPoint, and my computer is getting hang ho ja raha hai bar bar. Get that? So I'm in a flow, I'm reading something, I'm really liking that article, and I want to make a PowerPoint for all of you, and the computer is getting slow. I simply stand up, I'll shut down all applications, I'll shut down my computer, nothing doing. It can be a frustrating experience when your computer has slowed down, it is getting hung, and you are trying to do that. You're wasting time. तो आप अपने पुराने तरीके से, बैलगाड़ी तरीके से पढ़ रहे हो, and then if you मुझे तो मेरा तो हो नहीं पा रहा है बहुत ज़्यादा. I'm saying these are quick ways of doing it. Everyone, so if you put that, please do that. It will help you a lot. ठीक है, आगे बढ़ते हैं. I wanted to tell you one thing. A student wrote to me that, sir, the cyclones, NCERT का printout है, the cyclones travel from southeast to northwest direction, Bay of Bengal. But sir, when India lies in the trade winds, which is northeast trade winds, will these not be opposite? Will the cyclones not be opposite? Yes or no? True or not? This is the Bay of Bengal cyclone direction. And the question doubt asked was, southeast to northwest direction में चलते हैं, will it not be opposite? So everyone, very simple rule I told you. जिस दिन मैंने cyclone, anti-cyclone word बताया था, तब भी बताया था. What was it? Winds are named after the direction they are coming from. A wind which is traveling from southeast to northwest. Is it against the trade winds? Is it against the trade winds? This is the Indian coast. Is the cyclone against the trade wind? So why are you saying against the trade wind? पहला तो आपको ये बनाना नहीं आता wind का direction. Second thing is everyone, sir, but it should be as per the trade winds. Okay, can I say the trade winds will push the cyclone like this? But do you remember Coriolis force? Coriolis force will cause it to turn. Do you get that? So अगर ऐसा भी है, so it is the Coriolis force, no, which will cause it to turn. Please apply your mind. Somebody had asked this question. I hope I have clarified that also. Sensible question पूछोगे अच्छा लगता है. Doubt नहीं पूछोगे, कहानी सुनाओगे अच्छा नहीं लगता है. Are we done with this? कोई और मेटल बचा हमारा? Major metals are done. मैंने आपको क्रोमियम निकल का भी बता दिया. That is there. अच्छा, नॉन मेटल्स में is everyone okay with sulfur, gypsum, limestone कहाँ मिल रहा है? Limestone का फॉर्मूला क्या है? Limestone, marine transgression areas. No, don't tell me. एक not देखो प्लेटफॉर्म तो है. Get the link, no. Marine sediments, calcium carbonate. Get the link. So where were those? Like remember Cineclize, Vindhya Cineclize was created. और नीचे क्या था? Kadapa वाला. True or not? Biswanath says Himalayas also have limestone. Remember the sediments of Tethys, उसमें भी limestone होगा. Limestone का फॉर्मूला सल्फर वहां पर है, सॉल्ट में आ गया. That is what we are talking about. So salt का कच्छ, काठियावाड़ and salts in the salt lakes in Rajasthan, they would be there. Is everyone okay with that? Only one non-metal which I want everyone to get is एक और non-metal है. Metals are done. Metals. So I'm talking about metal, non-metal minerals. There will be clay, there will be China clay, there will be asbestos and all those things. We don't need them. Is everyone okay? Unnecessarily you will overload your hard disk. Whatever we have talked about, that is there. We have also looked at how to reach out to them. और अगर फंस जाता है, if you are stuck with it, go for platform. One very important non-metal, and India is the largest reserves of that non-metal is mica. ये याद रखना है. ठीक है? माइका लाल कहाँ पे मिलता है? माइका इंडिया में मिलता है. इंडिया में ही मिलता है. ठीक है? Somebody saying Bihar, other is saying Jharkhand. उसकी भी बात करते हैं. This has the largest reserve. माइका कहाँ पे यूज होता है? माइका, where is it used? Quickly, where is it used? माइका. Electrical industry, it is an insulator. It's a co-conductor of electricity. तो आपने देखा होगा on the poles, जो आपके poles लगे होते हैं ना, poles पर have you seen wires like this? And if there are two wires, so that they don't short circuit, बीच में ऐसे लगाते हैं गैप बनाने के लिए. Have you seen वो ceramic type का दिखाई देता है? That ceramic thing, that is mica. India has the largest reserve. आपके घर में फ्यूज लगता है, the main fuse, piezoelectric or not, I don't know. Yes, mobile glass guard, whatever. So mica, do we understand mica? India has the largest reserve. अपनी तो निकल पड़ी. True or not? इंडिया हैज द लार्जेस्ट रिजर्व, शुड वी बी हैप्पी और नॉट? सुपर हैप्पी। ऐसे ही अपने पास ऐसा कुछ नहीं निकलता, इतना तो ऑयल का हम लोग को लेना पड़ता है एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स, सो वी वर वेरी हैप्पी। अब दुनिया घुटनों पर, ट्रू और नॉट? डिड इट हैपन? द लार्जेस्ट माइका माइन इन द वर्ल्ड इज झारखंड, कोडरमा माइन। इंडिया हैज द लार्जेस्ट रिजर्व, मोस्ट ऑफ इट कम्स फ्रॉम कोडरमा रीजन, झारखंड। ठीक है, बिहार की तरफ जाएंगे, तिलैया में आ जाएगा, गया में आ जाएगा, गया तिलैया, ऑल दैट इज देयर। गया तिलैया इज देयर, इफ यू रीड द बुक यू विल फाइंड दैट आल्सो। आंध्रा में नेल्लोर, मुंगेर में मिल जाएगा, आंध्रा में नेल्लोर। बट विच इज द प्लेस विच यू हैव टू रिमेंबर? सो झारखंड में एक नाम डाल दूं, कोडरमा, झारखंड। पीपल विद द बिहार थिंग, बिहार में मुंगेर ले लो, मुंगेर ले लो, गया ले लो, नॉट कोडरमा इज देयर। हाँ, रास्ते में ढेर लगा रहता है सर कोडरमा में, सब जगह ये सोचो इतना माल पड़ा है। शुभम से सर कोडरमा इज हैविंग दैट, वी वर सुपर हैप्पी। अब अपनी ही दुनिया है, ये सुनो। But the world realized that there is a severe shortage of mica in the world. Only India has it. So what should we do? Should we go to India, give it to us? The world said, why should we go to India? Why not we find alternatives of it? And the world has got alternatives of it. So in the world, people are not interested in mica or insulator मिल जाते हैं. They found other ways, other plastic based and other things. They have got that. Is everyone okay? तो ज़्यादा खुश होने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, मौके पे चौका लग न पाया. So that's the story of Koderma and mica. Will you remember this? I think we've done good metals, है ना? एक set of metals में मुझे थोड़ा सा लगता है कि like keeping in mind that discussion should also happen. Is this discussion done? I don't think so that this level of discussion happens at school. If this was done at school, अभी ये easy हो जाता. This would have been very easy at school level पे हो जा सकता है. Yes sir. So now we are looking at what other things are doing news, and I want everyone to tell me something about. Have you heard of rare earth elements? Quickly tell me, what are they? What are rare earth elements? You have 1 minute. Do whatever. Quickly do whatever comes to your mind on a paper. Rare earth elements, whatever you know about them. Don't type tungsten. Whatever you know about them. Rare earth. Quickly. So periodic table के लास्ट वाले मेटल्स होते हैं. अच्छा, लास्ट वाले होते हैं. ड्यूटेरियम, थोरियम, यूरेनियम. यूरेनियम इज रेयर अर्थ मेटल. ड्यूटेरियम तो मेटल भी नहीं है. ड्यूटेरियम, चलो ओके. सर लैंथेनाइट थी. सर सिलिकॉन इज रेयर अर्थ मेटल. Difficult to extract. Siddharth ने बोला difficult to extract. Siddharth is just the opposite. It's just the opposite. ऐसा नहीं है difficult to extract. Use in lithium ion battery. चलो. So interested in knowing about it and the geopolitics of it? Yes. And I want to tell you, around 1950s, India was one of the leading producers of these. चलिए. So some information आप लोग खुद से पढ़ते नहीं है. मेरा काम है आपको नए नए debates लाना and all those things. So let us look at this. Let me upload a file for all of you. So please keep reading whatever we are. India and Australia have signed an agreement. कितना खुश हो गया अंकित. Very good अंकित. बिल्कुल सही जा रहे हो. तोड़ के जा रहे हो. Today's slide. रोज की स्लाइड भी तो आती है. Max reserves. ऐसा तो नहीं है कि रिजर्व है. ठीक है. So everyone, critical mineral. ये भी मोना देखना पड़ेगा. Critical mineral क्या होता है? Is critical mineral same as rare earth? Critical mineral, is it equal to rare earth? Yes or no? Question mark. दिस क्रिटिकल एंड रेयर आर डिफरेंट, अभी देखते हैं, सब दिखा देते हैं, डोंट वरी एवरीवन। नॉर्दर्न बेल्ट सबको समझ में आ गया, आई एम रीडिंग इट आउट वंस अगेन बिकॉज़ आप स्लाइड पढ़ते नहीं उसके बाद भाई समझ आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा है, तो आधा टाइम टीचिंग लग जाता है बेसिक चीजों। नॉर्दर्न बेल्ट में छोटा नागपुर हैज एवरीवन आइडेंटिफाइड नाउ, छोटा नागपुर हैज गॉट मैंगनीज कॉपर लाइमस्टोन, दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट। असम में पेट्रोलियम, अभी मैं इसमें आने वाला हूं, आई हैव नॉट डन एनर्जी resources with you today's class, I will do energy after this. North west region is everyone okay, Rajasthan, Gujarat and Aravalli, क्या हो सकता है, एक तो salt हो जाएगा, salt is there, sandstone, granite, marble, can I say marble, marble इससे बना calcium carbonate, sandstone is there from sand, gypsum, fuelers, earth and all those things, dolomite, limestone, calcium carbonate, उससे क्या बनता है, cement. Central region, Chhattisgarh, Maharashtra, yes, Chota Nagpur is the extension of that, we have already looked at Chhattisgarh, Chota Nagpur and Maharashtra में, if you remember Godavari Vardha is there, and apart from that अभी क्या लिखा, Malanch Khand, will you remember that from the map? Is it okay? I'm saying when we start reading all this now, looks very difficult to remember, but when we have drawn that, that's there. Southeastern, Eastern Karnataka, Hospital Bellary, Kadapa, that's there. Nellore, I just told you, what do we have? Mica Reserve, कहाँ पर, Andhra के coast पर, it's a coastal location, Nellore, get that? Telangana will have bauxite, remember Eastern Ghat rainfall shield, that is there. And somebody wrote Neyveli, remember Neyveli, somebody said there is iron in Neyveli, no, iron is not there in Neyveli, coal is there in Neyveli, so that's there. Karnataka, we already know the Dharwad region of Karnataka. Goa, I said iron ore, and Ratnagiri, have I talked about this also on the map. I really thought that you're reading it, आपको याद होगा, अगर नहीं याद है तो I've added to it. And these are the locations, Goa, Karnataka, if you want, you can very well do that. I hope my class is, like twice we have talked about it, we are comfortable. Copper is a good conductor of electricity, ductile, important metal, and alloys, remember alloys, so duralmin, with aluminium it forms duralmin, moral metal. Bronze भी सुना आपने, copper age, bronze age and brass, yes. I think brass is copper plus tin, and मेरे ख्याल से brass is copper plus tin. I think bronze, जहाँ तक मुझे याद है, I remember only from my school days. नहीं ये ठीक है, brass was copper and zinc. Bronze is copper and tin, and brass is copper and zinc. Zinc and tin नहीं, दोनों copper के, यहाँ ये क्या बात है? Brass is copper and zinc, and bronze is copper and tin. I remember this in my school, कुछ formula दिमाग में बनाया था, it has stuck with me. Check कर लेना, यही आएगा. Copper has been found in ancient times, so copper age, brass. Okay, mining of copper is costly. Now we talk about India. India में sad part क्या है? India poor country with regard to reserve. Copper हमारे पास कम भी है, low grade भी है, and it is costly. More copper in US, Canada, Zimbabwe, Japan, Mexico. ठीक है? In world geography, I tell my students about copper. तो copper यहाँ पर मेरे ख्याल से Black Mountains में है. Canada में copper कहाँ पर है? Canada में copper कहाँ पर है? निखिल सिंह शील्ड में, थैंक यू निखिल बताने के लिए, एकदम तोड़ डाला. कनाडा में आई टेल माय स्टूडेंट्स BMB is Black Mountains, Butte and Bingham. Canada में I'm really forgetting. I think it is Sudbury. Sudbury is one of the biggest sources of nickel. हाँ Canada एकदम दिमाग से निकल गया, sorry. वर्ल्ड ज्योग्राफी जब पढ़ाएंगे तब याद आ गया तो ठीक है. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट नेम विच यू रिमेंबर इज अटकामा डेजर्ट. पेरू नहीं, चिली में है. इफ यू रिमेंबर चूकी कमाटा माइंस. हाँ आई रिमेंबर नाउ, कनाडा है सडबरी एंड सैलिसबरी. सडबरी आल्सो हैज निकल, थोड़ा सा याद एक बार ना दिमाग से निकलता है. सो आई जनरली हैव सम फॉर्मूलाज, दोस फॉर्मूलाज मेक मी रिमेंबर दैट. सर्वेश्वर ये जो रटा हुआ है ना, नुनावत एंड ऑल दैट, ये तो प्रोविंस है. ये दैट दीज आर माइंस. मधु सिंह चूकी कमाटा कहाँ पर है? चिली वहां पर लिखा अटकामा डेजर्ट चिली. एंड पीपल जो ज्ञान की बूंद, यस ज्ञान की बूंद दे रहे हैं, अरे लिख लो, ये सब काट रहा हूँ. वर्ल्ड ज्योग्राफी जीएस में पढ़ा था. सर यू सेड सर इफ यू डू ऑप्शनल देन like you don't have to do GS classes. I told in one of my class मेरा वर्ल्ड ज्योग्राफी जरूर अटेंड करना GS में. But sir you promised no, when you do optional GS will be done automatically. अरे वर्ल्ड ज्योग्राफी का सिलेबस has been removed from optional pushed into GS. That is why I do that. वर्ल्ड ज्योग्राफी if you want to do that वो GS में कर लेना, इधर इतना टाइम नहीं मिलता है. See that? Is everyone okay? Paper 1 में we have done some resource distribution, but we won't get that much time. That is why that invitation you will learn a lot in that, and useful things for that. Is everyone okay? So सर ये चिली में है, कहाँ पर है? पूरा कॉपर बताने वाला हूँ यार. कटांगा प्लेटू आ जाएगा हमारा, वहाँ पर अफ्रीका में आ जाएगा. बहुत सारा कॉपर इज देयर इन ऑस्ट्रेलिया. क्या है हमारे दो जो ये छोटे से हैं, विच हिल, ब्रोकन हिल, region, all those things. So अभी उसकी बात नहीं करते हैं. But I've just, since you are geography optional students, just telling you कि world का जो formulas हैं, they will apply there. So do attend that. Don't miss it. India is a poor country with regard to reserve copper hand. I also want to tell you everyone, world is poor. World is poor in copper. Copper खत्म हो जाएगा दुनिया में. Copper is a very very limited metal. In fact, somebody wrote somewhere अभी किसी थोड़ी देर पहले किसी ने लिखा polymetallic nodules. People who have done my class on oceanography, I told you at ocean bottoms, ऐसे ball shape, golf ball sized nodules मोती मिले at the bottom of Indian Ocean, Central Indian Ocean. These are called polymetallic nodules. They are very rich in copper, manganese, nickel. बहुत माल है. But the problem is their extraction is difficult. Get that? So, and these are very pure. Technology, extraction, all those things are there. So, ocean के bed में पड़े निकालना मुश्किल है. People who remember that cobalt is another one which is in the ocean bed. Copper, manganese, nickel, and cobalt. कहाँ पर है? Get that? Lot of sulfur. कहाँ पर है? World में mid oceanic ridges के पास. World sulfur, world cobalt, world copper, manganese, nickel, they are there in the ocean beds, abyssal plains. So थोड़ा सा idea, because whenever a teacher is talking about all these things reserves, so India alone will not be there. इसलिए मैंने थोड़ा सा डाल दिया. So if you look at like reserves of copper in India, थोड़ा सा गरीबी है. We have a little गरीबी, but we are managing well on that. Is everyone okay? But copper को use करना चाहिए. Copper is very very this thing to be recycled, and that's what we are talking about. And copper की commodity prices, global commodity prices have increased. So हमारे पास we are not very lucky with copper. Copper is less. सिंहभूम में बताया था. राखा मोसाबेली. बालाघाट is your क्या है? मलांचखंड region. झुंझुनू is your खेतरी. Madhya Pradesh has become the largest. The Malanchkand belt is everyone okay? खेतरी सिंघाना belt is in झुंझुनू. और यहाँ पे मैंने आपको बोला उदयपुर and Jawar and all those भीलवाड़ा and all those things. वहाँ पर तो क्या है? Lead and zinc is also there. In Jharkhand में I told you सिंहभूम में राखा मोसाबेली. घाटशिला. To be very specific, घाटशिला. So ending this, मेरी तरफ से important metals are done. अब आ रहे हैं rare earth elements. Rare earth elements, once and for all, please pay attention to this, and I'll go into that also. Sir, silver भी आपने कहा था, मैंने नहीं कहा था. मैंने कहा था अगर मन हो रहा होगा तुम लोगों का तो सिल्वर ढूंढ लेना. लड़कियों को ज्यादा पसंद होता है गोल्ड और सिल्वर. राधा को भी पसंद है. राधा से समझ नहीं आ रहा, यू आर बॉय और गर्ल. सब्सक्रिप्शन क्या है? फोटो बॉय की है तो राधा स्वामी भी हो सकते हो, राधा किशन भी हो सकते हो. और ये दोनों ने निकला, ये निकला नीरज. ट्रू. सिल्वर की टेंशन नहीं लो, इतना अपने पास है नहीं. लेड एंड जिंक के साथ सिल्वर भी है. सर यू रेड समवेयर, यार कैसे कितना जल्दी चला गया. लेकिन स्क्रॉल अप ऐसे पूछ रहे क्या ये सच है? मैं देख के रह जाता हूं ऐसा वाला क्वेश्चन. सर इज इट ट्रू सुष्मिता एंड ललित? मुझे क्या पता, हाउ वुड आई नो. कर सर नॉट वर्किंग यार. हां कर सर. सर यू रेड समवेयर दैट इंडिया यूज्ड टू बी नेट एक्सपोर्टर ऑफ कॉपर बिफोर स्टरलाइट प्लांट वाज शट. इज इट ट्रू? सर यू रेड समवेयर. हाउ कम आई रेड एंड यू नो इट? आरिफ, आई डोंट नो. आई थिंक यू रेड इट. तुमने कहां पढ़ा है? तुम जानना यार, आजकल क्या पढ़ रहे हो? हु नोस. आई सेड यू नो रीड दिस बुक before sleeping. Read this book. You take the whole रजाई और अंदर वो छुप के बुक पढ़ रहा है. मम्मा ने देख लिया, दवा की पिटाई हो रही. कौन सी बुक पढ़ रहा है? मुझे क्या पता क्या पढ़ रहा है. सो वी रिकॉल वाला मिनरल मैप which is also in handout. मैप बुक में बनाना है. मधु लाइफ को थोड़ा सा इजी ले लो यार. मैप बुक में बनाना है. मैप बुक में तो कोई भी मैप नहीं बनाना है. Did we say map book? Do we have to make any map? We have to stick those map. आप कह रहे हो बनाना है, क्यों बनाना है यार? हाँ, मिनरल लोकेशन आएगा, वी विल प्लॉट देम. अभी आपका मैप क्लास होगा, अभी प्लॉटिंग सही नहीं आ रही. आई नीड टू टेल यू टेक्निक्स ऑफ प्लॉटिंग एक्यूरेटली. तो बनाना कुछ नहीं, प्लॉट करना है. आई टेल यू. डू वी गेट दैट? इट वाज वेरी नाइस टू गिव 10 minutes टू मेक वीडियोस ऑफ द कैट. लाइफ हैज ब्यूटीफुल थिंग्स आल्सो. एवरीथिंग इन प्रोपोर्शन मेक सेंस. सबका लूट. सर वो सुबह वाला क्या करना है सर? एकदम से बता. ओके, और क्या करना है सर? ठीक है सर. टूथब्रश कब करना है? 7:53. टूथब्रश इस टाइम में 7:53. कब तक करना है? 7:57.53. बंद करें यार. ये फ्लेक्सिबल पीपल अपने हिसाब से करो ना. फिर समझ नहीं आ रहा, समझ डर लग रहा है. So I had a friend, okay, in the school. He was always with a book, the thickest of the book. यार ये पूछ लिया तो क्या? What if the examiner asks this? What if the examiner asks this? We all would enjoy and we would talk to him. इतना नर्वस क्यों था यार तुम? Why you so nervous? अरे यार इतना सारा पढ़ना है, इतना सारा पढ़ना है, इतना सारा पढ़ना है. What do I do? A few questions murmuring. Have you come across such people? All the time. He was constantly murmuring. I don't know, but murmur. And a good friend. We liked him and we enjoyed being with him. But that became a taunt that he has a book and his favorite book. We named him that only. So remember, everyone makes a name. In the examination, a person who's always constantly remembering what is coming and murmuring, he should top the exam or not? He would always get around 70%. He would work a lot of labor, lot of effort. He was never low. He was never a poor student. He never got 30, 40, 50, 60. He always got 70%. Now we are in our 40s. When we talk to him, he's still murmuring about life in general, about job in general. Do you get that? Relax. First, we were murmuring about the exam, then we are murmuring about the job. Who murmurs? Who murmurs? There is a lot of energy inside us. There's a lot of energy inside us. And if that energy, Naman calls it Parishan Atma, you can call it. But if that energy does not find a creative expression, yes, it will try to overflow. I feel my friend has a lot of energy. Even till date, he has a lot of energy. But not getting a right creative expression. Yes or no? Middle class pressures, whatever job we are getting, let us get it. At an age, you have to get married, ho jane chahiye. You should have children, you have this also. Sab ho raha. He's just sticking those things, life goes on, and a lot of energy. True. So I have a lot of energy in the morning. I decided to give some units to evaluation. I decided to give some units to my joy of watching that little animal do whatever they're doing. Before the class, okay, my son was reading something. I said, let me cook something for you. So I made him some mushrooms and everything. So I gave some time to cooking also. Which I check bhi kar raha hu. I was making answers also, many things. The whole day keeps on going here. Amazing things happen. Then somebody called me, your car insurance. Okay, yes, car insurance. So I worked on that. I searched that also done. Now what? After your class also I have to do a lot of things. I'll keep on doing it. What's wrong? What's wrong? My wife came and she decided to sit next to me. I said, don't disturb me, I'm checking the paper. She said, okay, keep checking, but I'm sitting next to you. I want to sit. What's wrong? I said, yeah, what's wrong? She said, sit. She's on a fast today. I said, कौन सा fast है यार? Why fast? She said, सावन का पहला सोमवार. I said, how filmy यार? सावन सोमवार. Already I'm there. Yes or no? She said, हाँ पहले रखा जाता है to get the right husband, and after रखा जाता है to keep the right husband with you. क्या टेंशन है? I said, ठीक है. What will you have in the evening? बोले हाँ कुछ सोचेंगे अभी, चिंता नहीं करो. तुम दोनों बाप बेटा बना को खा लो जो खाना है. So they're good, no? So Neeraj is telling शाम को हलवा बनेगा. Whatever, कोई टेंशन नहीं. So many things happening यार. My son has a story to tell. My wife has a story to tell. My students have a story to tell. My colleagues have a story to tell. I have a story to tell. Can we enjoy that? Sir, मैं पास नहीं होऊंगा ऐसे. कैसे नहीं होगा पास यार? कर रहा है तो होगा कि नहीं होगा? Do it in proportions. Yes or no? Do it in right proportion. If we do that, that's it. Will you remember all this that has been given to you? Sir, अभी तो समझ में आ रहा था. If you are able to recall, that's very good. Will you revise it? Please revise it. Revise कर लेना, हो जाएगा. आते नया चैप्टर खोलते हैं आपके लिए. Many people ये स्कूल में नहीं पढ़ाया जाता. I have always believed that most of our learning habits, good as well as bad, they come from school. College में we don't get much. Whatever we learned in the school, that remains with us. And some of you want only that school way से बताएगा और ऐसे करेगा तभी मैं समझूँ. Can't help on that. So we are there at the limit. What are they? 17 metals are these. Lanthanide, 15 lanthanide, then scandium and yttrium. So कुछ टीचर्स पढ़ाने से ज्यादा मारना प्रेफर करते थे तो उन सब्जेक्ट से डर लगने लगता था. I don't know. Shivam, there were certain subjects which the teachers believe बोलने से नहीं पढ़ाए जाते. Old time teachers. Those were old ways of learning. So what are rare earth elements? Are these things are maths. हो सकता है maths आपको मिला. My father had a stick. So I said, Dad, why do you use these violent stuff with you? He said, no, I'm not using it for you. I just want to keep it because my father's teacher used to call it Gyan Daini, the giver of knowledge. Gyan Daini. So those were the schools. A stick is called Gyan Daini, and certain subjects only go inside by Gyan Daini. Priyanka Singh said, Dard Daini, whatever you want to know about it. But unfortunate that was the teaching style. Papa with her slipper. Ratnam, English is wrong, gender is wrong. Papa with her slipper, but that's okay. And let's not talk big things. Yes or no? You belong to India. Kuch na kuch daini has been used on you also. Yes or no? Light daini, hand daini, foot daini. Yes, jharu daini. So that's okay. Let's not laugh on each other. Let's accept that is there. But there can be better ways, no doubt about that. ओके, अब शिवम अपने थर्ड डिग्री टॉर्चर को डिस्क्राइब करना बंद करो, फोकस ऑन दिस. Get that? So everyone, rare earth. I just wanted to, when I talked about it, I just want to say that all of us are in the same boat. Some of us, try and stand out and मेरा अलग case है and all that. ऐसा नहीं है. Everyone is same. Rare earth elements. Rare earth elements are a set of 17 metallic elements. Get that? So I know you hated this thing called as periodic table. Remember Mendeleev periodic table? उसके नीचे दो डब्बे भी थे. Yes or no? So it's like you buy a cake and you get 2 chocolate free. They used to call us that these are actinides and lanthanides. Sir, I did not understand anything, sir. What do I do? In chemistry, when we were talking about elements, yes, that is why we were having that. Nikhil ने एक बड़ा valid question कहा. Sir, the teacher said that no question will ever come from this, so skip them. Very good, Nikhil. Nikhil, problem ये हो गई. I went to do chemistry honors, तो मुझे पढ़ना पड़ गया इनके बारे में. But you are absolutely correct. They are of no use. But today I am bringing them. I am bringing them to you. And again saying, I am not bringing them to you for their names. I am bringing them to you for their geography. So is everyone okay? I hope you understand that I am not into dead mug up. I am into understanding and doing this. So there are around 200 important products, especially high-tech consumer products, cellular phones, computer, hard drives, electric, hybrid vehicles, flat screen TV, monitor, defense equipment, guidance system, radar, sonar, lasers. They require these elements. क्या बात कर रहे हो, sir? And the funny part is, we require them only in a small fraction. We don't need a lot of them. We don't need a lot of them. So if you think that they are in shortage, that is why they are called rare. No. They are not rare that they are found in shortage. They have their utility. In fact, they are found at few places. They are sufficient, but they are found at few places on the earth. So that is why they are there. And their extraction requires technology. Their extraction requires technology. Not every country can extract them. Is everyone okay with that? I want to tell you that in the world, very few countries were doing that. Even India was doing that. China got the Mentos moment. That these are very important. 1993, China's share was only 38% in the production. Okay, that 33% was US. Okay, that 12% was Australia, and even India was producing significant amount. Can you imagine 15 years? 15 years, China captures 90% of this. 2011, 97% of this. China stopped giving licenses to international companies which were investing in China for their extraction. They said, we will extract, we will manufacture, and we will monopolize. Not only that, abhi to China is manipulate the world also. The world need all those things. We need all those things, and we are looking at, they are of significant importance. आपका जो voice coil of desktop and laptop है ना, वो उसके बिना नहीं चलेगा. So can China manipulate and arm twist the world when it has 97% production? Which we could not do with mica. China has done it with this. Do we get that? अब हो गया तो हो गया, and you know that US is having a huge trade with China. ऐसे वाले केस में ही आपके trade deficit होते हैं. These are unavoidable ones. China invested in this, the technology and everything, and monopolized. That's amazing. But what happened? What happened was people were taking this, but because of COVID, the supply chain networks were blocked. China was monopolizing, that's okay. Russia is monopolizing. Is Russia using oil and gas as a geopolitical weapon or not? Are they blackmailing or not? That can also be there. So like mica, can this be substituted? Yes, this cannot be substituted. That is the problem. थोड़ा सा amount से नहीं कर सकते इसका substitute. We cannot do that. The world is trying. In fact, you will be surprised in COVID. In COVID, many countries, especially US and Canada, came in alliance that let us go for our own this thing, because we are rich countries. हम अपने rare earth elements को process करना शुरू करते हैं. Do we get that? So they are not rare in the sense that they are not found less. और ये भी बताना चाहता हूँ आपको, rare भी बताऊंगा, critical भी बताऊंगा. They are relatively abundant. Scandium, yttrium, and 17 elements. Do you have to remember them? No. ये lanthanides हैं. ठीक है. अब whether they are abundant or not, so I want to tell you there are 78 common elements. 78 elements that we generally need. Remember, periodic table has more than 100. 78 elements we need. And cerium is a rare earth element, and it is 25th most abundant. So can you see cerium की कमी नहीं? It is out of 78, rank 25 in terms of abundance. There are ones which are less abundant also, thulium and lutetium. They are only 0.5 parts per million, least abundant. Do you have to remember this? No, you don't have to remember this. Then why am I talking about it? I'm talking about it so that you can understand the rare does not mean that they are less in amount. Yes. One very important thing is they are metals. So they are not non-metal, they are iron, gray, silver, lustrous metal. And I also want to tell you they have unique properties. And as I said, they are not used in high volume, high amount, but thoda sa kaam karega. Everyone in food, everyone, do you use more salt or less salt? less salty, salt की तरह काम कर रहा है. And have you heard the word catalyst? Something that is not a component of the reaction, but is required for the reaction to happen. So automotive catalytic converter requires cerium. So remember your bike or scooter catalytic converter, so that pollutant is less. For refining oil we need lanthanum. Digital camera lenses, we need all these things. So we have to chip shortage and all those things. These light bulbs, panels of television and computer, they all need that. Glass industry is the largest consumer of that. So you can imagine it is very, very important. मिलता कहाँ पर है? मिलता कहाँ पर है? So everyone, this is what I want you to remember. ये जरूर कर लीजिए. Worth memorizing. So somebody asked me, said, do I have to write everything in the class, or the slides are there? But my job to make it easy for you. Principal source, what is the ore? तो ये clays में मिलता है, and generally the placer deposit. So what is it? Bastenacite, monazite and loparite. So which one have you heard a lot? Monazite. Monazite सुना है? Monazite. Monazite is the ore of thorium. Can I say thorium plus others? And in others, what comes? REE comes. Rare earth element comes. Where is monazite in India? Have you heard Kerala, Malabar sands? Oh, that's there. So will you remember principal ores क्या हैं? Bastenacite, monazite and loparite, and they are in the lateritic clay also. Unique property, that's there. मुझे पता भी चल गया कहाँ पर है इंडिया में? केरला में. Most of it is in monazite. Part of it in Tamil Nadu. I think even Odisha coast, Andhra Odisha coast, we will find it. But the problem is not the availability. Problem is the processing and extraction. Is everyone okay with this? True. Real rare earth elements, are we okay with that? Now comes critical element. ये critical element क्या होता है? Critical is something without which other reactions, other processes cannot happen. Rare earth elements, some of them are critical. Not all are critical. In fact, critical elements can be other than rare earth element also. One example which I want to give you is gallium. What is gallium? Gallium is a metal. It is not rare earth, but it is critical. Do we get that, everyone? Do we get the difference between unnecessarily the name rare might confuse you? Rare earth elements are a set of elements, 17 elements, fairly abundant. Critical are they are needed many times for other processes. Sorry. Some button got pressed. Hardev says, sir, extraction of rare earth metal from electronic waste, is it possible? Definitely, definitely. Why not? Critical elements होता. Rare earth elements are hardly the only critical minerals. They are not even the only critical. So gallium is a soft, slippery metal. It is a semiconductor. जितना भी semiconductor industry है ना, gallium में चल रहा है. Smartphones में चाहिए, data-centric networks, we need gallium. Unlike rare earth, gallium is not common in Earth's crust. So gallium is actually less in Earth's crust. Remember, like copper. Copper is critical. Gallium is critical. But it does occur along with aluminium. Bauxite के साथ थोड़ा सा gallium मिलता है. And you know what? It has such low melting point. आपके हाथ में अगर gallium रख दिया, तो gallium will melt. Imagine a metal which has so low melting point that the heat of your hand can melt it. Can I say it's like chocolate? The chocolate भी melt नहीं होती. Gallium has such a low thing. These are important. Manganese, have you heard of that? Manganese कहाँ पर होता है? Stainless steel बनाने के लिए चाहिए. In addition, it helps in corrosion resistant बनाता है वो iron and this thing. It is fairly common. It is fairly common, but it is critical also. Same is saying, I have heard REE extraction have some environmental concern too, which is why the West reduced the production. Is it true? Same, it is 100% true. It is 100% true. So REE, as I told you, the extraction, REE extraction has environment pollution also. So developed countries said, okay, we will not do it. We will pass it, outsource it. Everyone, do you agree? Do you agree that developing countries are willing to take the kachra? China went so ahead in taking the kachra. China became the monopolizer of that. Once you are a monopoly, then you can decide आगे करना है नहीं करना है. World के rates आप लगाओगे, everything you will do that. So China and China is known to do things which are not ecologically sound, so that is true. ठीक है? But इस समय हुआ क्या? Did China gain power or not? So was it a mistake by developed countries? Was it a mistake by developed countries to pass it on to developing countries? So you are saying no. Why no? I see it's a clear mistake. It's a clear mistake. क्या दिक्कत है? Don't you see China को पूरा power मिल गया है? No sir, we are jealous of China. That is why. अरे, come on. Why developing accepted them? क्या बात कर रहे हो यार? Telegram link over there. So I went for a dinner in a hotel. I ordered some vegetable some rice, some dal. I had food. Food was left. I did not want to waste it, so I packed the leftover. Get that? And as I'm moving out, you meet me. Hey, Sachin sir, sir, I'm your student in Unacademy. I said, good, good. How is the preparation? Everything okay? And then I say, okay, take this food. Whatever is left, you eat it. Will you accept it? देखो कितने मतलब ऐसे खुशी से सर आप जो दे दो सर जहर दे दो मैं ले लूंगा. Yes, sir. I go out and a poor beggar is there. Yes. I look at the beggar. He says, भैया पैसा नहीं भूख लगी है वो दे दो. He says, don't give me money. Whatever is left, give me. Do we do that or not? Do we do that? I gave you your personal example not to make you feel bad. I just made you know that I don't need it, sir. Why should I take leftover? I can afford it. Yes, it is just my teacher. I met my teacher, so I came to wish. I was not looking for food or something in leftover. True. And if my teacher is saying, I'll take it. Why my teacher, out of courtesy, sir, koi baat nahi, de dijiye. And on my way, I will pass it on to someone who needs it. Possible. That's also possible. But in both the cases, whether I give or you give, will the beggar take it or not? Why would the beggar take it? Why would the beggar take it? Sir, he needs it, no? He needs it. Do people donate their used clothes also in charity? Yes. And poor people, do they take it or not? Do they take it? So why is anyone in this class asking me, sir, why did the developing countries accept that they will make it? I did not understand. So where did this question come from? Are you not living in a real world? Sir, why did the developing countries accept that we will go for rare earth? Arey, mere paas kuch hai nahi. Mere paas kuch hai nahi. I don't have anything. That's very sad. Everything. That's a very big problem. Everyone, Sri Lanka. Does Sri Lanka have agriculture? Yes or no? Does Sri Lanka have agriculture? Yes. Does Sri Lanka have fishing? Yes. Does Sri Lanka have educated people? Yes. Do we get that? Why are these people sad? Be happy. What's wrong? They have their forest. They have their port. Yes. They have all they need to survive. Yes or no? Sir, but they don't have a car manufacturing. Sir, they don't have TV manufacturing. They don't have manufacturing industries. Yes, they just had tourism, sir. So what's wrong? Why do they need manufacturing? So where will their TV come from? TV to lana padega. And sir, where will the petrol come from? The boat also needs, no, sir. I see. So that means Sri Lanka is deficient in certain things. Yes or no? Is everyone okay? Can I say UAE, Saudi Arabia, they are rich in oil? Is everyone okay? So in the world, the root cause of something called as global trade is this only. What is global trade? Resource excess, resource deficit, they come in contact with each other, they exchange. True. So when developed countries wanted REE, rare earth elements, they can produce. But if they don't want to produce and they see a country, China, is producing, can I buy from them? Yes. You are hungry. You can cook in your kitchen, but you realize that I'm reading my book and I need to focus on this. You open the app and order on Zomato that please send me some soup so that I can have with my listing. So aapke paas soup aa gaya. Can you order or not? Will you have to pay? So the developed world was willing to pay. Developing world was willing to do that. That's the basis of trade. True or not? Now who is having a problem? The problem comes when I know how to cook. I cook my food. I enjoy my food. One day I was not having the time. I ordered my food. That's situation number one. Second is I have no clue about what is food, how is it made. I'm totally dependent on others who make food for me. Get that? Now what happens is today I'm hungry, but the person who makes food for me, he is on holiday. Get that? Now I'm looking, what do? I decided to call up the hotel. The hotel has increased the price 200 times. If I have to eat, is there any option now? The hotel is cheating me. They know that I don't know how to cook. Can they manipulate me or not? Yes. So can the developing world who's taken that, a smart country would say that whatever resources we have, hum karenge. Should you keep something with you? Do you get that? Global trade in case of India came with the colonial threats also. East India Company came as a trading company. True or not? किस में trade कर रहे थे? चाय में trade कर रहे थे. Tea trade with India and China. Do you get that? So first of all, understand global trade is important. Global trade is normal. You calling Zomato to give you food is normal. But that doesn't mean you can't cook food. Everyone. if all tuitions and coachings in the world come to an end, will the students stop reading or what? Will they stop clearing the exam or what? They'll still do it. True or not? But if somebody says, sir, whatever you wrote, only that I understand, other I cannot, then that's a bad situation or not? That's a bad situation. So I want to tell you, this is one is global trade. Second comes to Sri Lanka mein ho gaya. When you don't have certain things, when you are deficient in something, you must have money to buy. Unfortunately, the global money is dollar. Sri Lanka has run short of foreign exchange also. Same is the crisis in Pakistan. And Indian foreign exchange is also going down. So everyone, do you understand why India needs to maintain foreign exchange? India needs to maintain foreign exchange because India is deficient in certain things. But sir, India will be surplus also in certain things. Oh yes, that India sells. Now you import and you export. Yes or no? But unfortunately, India imports more than it exports. So we come into what? Trade is there. Deficit. Geography teacher is teaching economics. True. So Pakistan told its citizen that we are stopping import of many things. फालतू में पैसा लगता है नहीं लगता है. Nepal told its citizens ये सब luxury cars हम बंद कर रहे हैं. No luxury car will come to Nepal. Why? We will be spending money. True or not? True. Forget the country. In your house, if there is economic crisis, will you see that unnecessary purchases will be stopped? If you are doing a job for say 8 hours, you will also try to do overtime. थोड़ा extra money ले आते हैं because this is income. Import is expenditure. True or not? In the world, what is happening? Import को क्या हो रहा है? Import is becoming costly. Why? Inflations are happening. To buy those things, India has to pay more. So the funny thing is, in India, production and everything is on track. Like Sri Lanka में भी है. Get that? But there are certain things which we are forced to import, and the biggest being what? Oil and gas. If this becomes heavy, costly, can I say India is importing oil and gas, and India is also importing inflation. And inflation which was not caused in India, it was caused outside. When the oil from outside is costly, India government and the oil marketing companies will sell it at more price. When they sell it at more price, diesel and petrol, so the commodities which are sent to the market, that will also have an issue. Will their price go up? Yes. Now, in this time economic slowdown, when the government is cutting on jobs, Agniveer type के scheme लेकर आ रहे हैं कि pension ना देना पड़े. True or not? And things are becoming costly. Will the government increase our salaries? Salary तो बढ़ाने नहीं वाली. Salary बढ़ेगा नहीं तो problem होगा, crisis होगा. That is happening in Sri Lanka. Do you understand the basis of trade? Global trade is connected to geography. Resources are not uniformly available. Post-independence, have you heard of the Nehruvian model of import substitution? सुना है? Nehru Mahalanobis model that India will become self-reliant. हम import नहीं करेंगे. Yes, tell me one thing. When IMF, International Monetary Fund, gives a bailout package to Pakistan and Sri Lanka, will it tell Pakistan and Sri Lanka what to do? Will it control the Pakistani and Sri Lankan government's spending? Can I say it is an indirect way of colonization? This is called neo-colonization. China, when it lends loan to African countries, even to Sri Lanka, even to Maldives, क्या कर रहा है? Neo-colonialism कर रहा है नहीं कर रहा है? Can you say trade is there? And China is so smart. Everyone now understand. Does rare earth metal cause a lot of pollution? Yes. If China has Sri Lankan land, and Sri Lanka is rich in rare earth element, where will China produce it? In Sri Lanka. Who will take the environmental degradation? Sri Lanka. Who will take the malai? China. Is everyone okay? Simple things I'm saying, like economy again, like we want to listen, teacher पढ़ाएगा, वही मैं रटूंगा. सर मुझे तो समझ ही नहीं आया जो आपने बताया. नहीं आया तो difficult है भाई, क्या बताएं? So no country in the world produces all minerals. Do you agree or not? Do you go to buy stationery? You can't produce everything. Na? Do you go to buy clothes? Can't your mother stitch something? धागा तो लगा देंगे. We can, I can. Can we stitch? We can stitch. But फिर IAS की तैयारी कौन करेगा? फिर stitching ही कर लेते. International trade plays a critical role in providing these raw materials, forming a global network of production, export, import, use. Use is happening where? At market. Production is happening at source. Export and import is what? Trade happening. The network must continuously adapt. Please understand a beautiful paradigm. ये trade जो है ना जो पहले establish हो गया, that must adapt also to national and international developments. If the oil price is increasing, Russia is facing sanctions also. Will Russia find innovative ways to stay in the market or not? Yes or no? Russia ने क्या किया? Hello, China, you don't like US? China said, yes, even I don't like US. But US thinks that they will win if my oil doesn't go in the market. China, as it is, I need oil, यार. क्या ठीक है, तू लेगा मेरा oil? But I don't have dollars. कोई बात नहीं, yuan में देना. You give it to me in yuan. इंडिया, हेलो हेलो पुराना दोस्त, यस, राज कुमार, ये राज कपूर, मेरा जूता है जापानी, ये सुनो, मेरा नाम जोकर, हाँ पुराना दोस्त, यस यस यस, पुराना दोस्त, क्या हाल है? ये बहुत बुरा हाल है, ऑयल का रेट बढ़ गया, डिस्काउंट मिलेगा भाई? तू असली भाई, किधर, कब? मोदी जी ने फ्लाइट ली, तू तड़ाक के आ गए, ये सुनो, साइंस, टेक्नोलॉजी, पॉलिटिक्स, इकोनॉमी, कीप्स ऑन चेंजिंग और नॉट? सो हमने देखा, ईरान इज आवर ओल्ड एलाई, ठीक है, यूएस ब्रॉट अ सैंक्शन ऑन ईरान, ईरानी ऑयल, डोनाल्ड ट्रम्प, गोल्डन हेयर, कुछ भी ख्याल आ जाता है, इंडिया हैड टू चूज बिटवीन ईरान एंड यूएस, पुराना दोस्त, नया दोस्त, व्हाट डिड वी डू? वी वोटेड अगेंस्ट ईरान, क्या टेंशन, पुराना दोस्त इज सैड, नया दोस्त इज पावरफुल, सो वी विल लुक एट आवर इंटरेस्ट और नॉट, सो बट दिस इज चीटिंग, हाँ बिकॉज तुम तो ऐसे बच्चे हो ना, बच्चे दिल के सच्चे होते हैं, वो धोखा नहीं देते, बड़े लोग दे देते. Iran felt bad, and now you know Iran and China, are they becoming friends or not? So India doesn't like it. अरे तू चाइना के साथ, हाँ, जब वोटिंग के लिए था तब किधर गया था? Where were you? First you ditch your girlfriend and then you say sorry. True or not? So that's happening. Everybody is looking at their interest. So now we realize oil is important. Now Russia, our relations with Russia were also cooling because we were going closer to US. अभी क्या होगा? Oil is very very costly, and US as it is not able to do much. Hello Russia, remember old times? जैसे we were friends, कैंटीन में मिलते थे. हाँ, I remember. Dollar, ruble, and all those things. You don't worry. Ukraine में जो करना करना. I will. There is UN meeting. We have to condemn Russia on Ukraine. हम absent हो जाएंगे. We will be absent. No problem. We'll abstain. कोई दिक्कत नहीं. Russia, amazing यार. Where did you guys learn it? Oh, वो तो we learned it when we were MLAs. No, that time itself we used to change parties. Then we became MP. Then we became whatever we can be. तो हम वहाँ सीख लेते. No, don't worry. So, and more so, these politicians haven't gone to school. Many of them. Many of them never went to school. तो स्कूल में ना all these emotional things are taught. You have friends, you're loyal to them, ये तो बचपन में like killer types. Cold diplomacy. As a result, information on global flow of raw material plays an important and fundamental role. चाइना को पता है कि ये माल उधर नहीं जाएगा तो प्रॉब्लम है. Yes, और इंडिया का देख लो, वैक्सीन गुरु, हम तो वैक्सीन दान दे रहे हैं. कनाडा, यूएस, they are dumping their excess vaccine. उस वैक्सीन में थोड़ा कमी रह गया, अब डंप करो, millions of doses dumped. इधर अफ्रीका को पता ही नहीं वैक्सीन होती. ऐसा ना, people are dying in Africa because of COVID and they are wondering पहले भी तो मर ही रहे थे, उससे पहले कुछ और मार रहा था. So how do you die? How do Africans die? COVID से मर जाते हैं. COVID is COVID and COVID is other things which are not COVID, but they keep on dying. They need vaccine. So you go there and you say, okay, you need vaccine. They say, how much is this for? Can you pay me that in this thing? Vaccine आप ले लो, मुझे पैसा दे दो, I want to have food. True or not? That's the sad reality. Global trade is making money. How do you make money? Smart people do that. In improving national and international resilience. So I was, very, very interesting. I was talking to one of my students. He is in the Indian Trade Services. Indian Trade Services. This is we are giving training. And you know what? So we developing world, our understanding, WTO is the place where they would go and US delegation will come. US delegation will come, 200 delegates. There will be hardcore negotiation and everything happens. This is today, in 2020s, we understand why they made a policy in 2000. 20 years ago, they made a policy because that would favor them even till today. That's what trade negotiations are. That's what job you're going to do. Sarthak, that's not vision. That's not vision. Sarthak, one is to earn money. That's one thing. Second is to sustain that earning. Their trade policies, they actually debate and fight. If required, they will lobby. If required, they will arm twist. And from US, other countries, will they learn lesson or not? And this one has learned very fast. Some students are fast in the classroom. Some students are Burundi. Sir, will you allow us to come to WTO meeting? And some people will go and hijack WTO meeting. Look straight into the eyes of US. China standing over there. क्या? RE. बना ले laptop. जो बनाने बना ले. Buy some children from India. बाबा रामदेव का चूरन डाल के देख लेना if it works. If you want RE, come to our terms. Do we get that or not? Please understand. The warfare is no longer on the ground. The war is a game of minds. The war is a game of strategy. The war is in trade. The war is in technology. The war is in geopolitics. War is not just that. Do we get that? Common man, very rare. Very, very rare. that common man will come on roads like they came in Sri Lanka. But again, the common man doesn't have the shrewdness that is needed to run complex affairs. You jump into the president's swimming pool also. You watch TV in his room also. Now what? End of the day, you'll have to do something or not. It's your country. What do you do? Sir, हम तो आंदोलन करने आए थे सर. True or not? Sir, I like the rhyming of it. Go gotta go, go gotta go, go gotta go. मजा आता है सर. कैसे ना? तो थाली लिया और ऐसे रोज बजाता तो बहुत मजा आता था. 7 तारीख को 7 बजे 7 मिनट तक बजा रहे हैं. I'm so lucky sir. It was like 777 sir. जैकपॉट हो गया सर. 7 बजे 7 तारीख को 7 घंटे मैंने बजाया. नाइस. इंडियन पॉलिटिशियंस गो करोना गो. भक्त चेला पीछे से गो करोना गो, गो करोना गो. ऐसे बताया हम लोगों ने कोरोना को. ये सब साइंटिफिक टेम्पर नो. We are विश्व गुरुस. साइंटिफिक टेम्पर. गो करोना गो, गो करोना गो, गो करोना गो. Only corona. Oh my God. 1.3 billion people saying go. No. कोरोना ऐसा भागा. दिख ही नहीं रहा इंडिया में. Amazing. Oh my God, फालतू ज्योग्राफी पढ़ा. I am teaching. What nonsense is this? So let us do यज्ञ in the class. आओ यज्ञ करते हैं. Come IS come. Come IS come. Come IS come. आ जाएगा. ठीक है. तो स्टार्ट ऑफ द क्लास, एंड ऑफ द क्लास हम ये मंत्र का जाप करेंगे. Come IS come. Come IS come. Come IS come. And come IS come. इंग्लिश वाला come, not हिंदी वाला come. True or not? हिंदी में तो कम हो जाएगा. गड़बड़ है. ग्लोबल ट्रेड ऑफ RE. इटली में शायद सिंग अ सॉन्ग था. रत्न पता नहीं कहां से इटली लेकर आया, बट लाया तुम्हारी कल्पना है. रोक तो सकता नहीं. In 2018, global REE reserves were estimated to 132 million tons, spread across several countries. भाई चाइना में भी, ब्राजील में भी, रशिया में भी, वियतनाम में भी है. Then why 97% of the world यही बना रहा है? What's wrong with Brazil? Mr. Bolsonaro is putting Amazon forest to fire, saying we need resources. ये बना लिया यार. रशिया, वियतनाम बेचारा गरीब है, कोई बात नहीं. However, mining is quite complex, energy intensive, और ये आया radioactive waste. रेडियोएक्टिव वेस्ट. ट्रू. अब रेडियोएक्टिव वेस्ट आपको बताता हूँ कितना बढ़िया. अमेजिंग प्लेस. क्या नाम है इसका? सिंगबूम. अमेजिंग प्लेस. टाटा जी फाउंड इट. जमशेदपुर. मैसिव स्टील प्लांट. इधर कहीं पर अमेजिंग थिंग कंटिन्यूड एंड वी फाउंड यूरेनियम. वेयर? जादू गुड़ा माइंस. So people are worried, sir, यूरेनियम लिखवा दो. ठीक है यार, झारखंड में लिख लो जादूगुड़ा, बिहार में लिख लो बोध गया, राजस्थान में लिख लो अजमेर. क्या मिला? कुछ नहीं मिला. रट लेना. यहाँ पे यूरेनियम असली. वी हैव थोरियम, वी डोंट हैव मच यूरेनियम. एंड वेयर इज इट? मलाबार सैंड्स. विच रेयर अर्थ मेटल? मोनाजाइट. और खत्म हो गई. ऐसा द रियलिटी. Jaduguda mines. Moment it was found that India has uranium, UCIL, Uranium Corporation of India Limited, said we are going and mining over there. And obviously government took over the land. So Jaduguda, Jharkhand, remember, tribal area, many villages are there, poor tribal villages. Villages were happy. Remember, Bihar, Jharkhand, when the government comes, people are very happy because job लगेगा, मजा आएगा, हमारा उद्धार हो जाएगा. Go to YouTube after the class and see what is the status of Jaduguda mines and how no nuclear protocols are followed over there. Nuclear radiation, the level of radiation, people dying with like genetic diseases, and job nothing came. Even untreated waste are left like that. और आप कह रहे हो कि developing world, how would it do that? Radioactive waste RE के लिए हम बात करें तो यूरेनियम को ऐसे हैंडल कर रहे हैं like we are handling cow dung. Heard about all of them in Rocket Boys from Homi Baba. Watch Jaduguda mines. अभी देख लेना. किसी ने शायद मैंने बताया था, लिंक शेयर करना ग्रुप में ना, अभी ब्रेक देंगे तब देख. Initially, mining and processing was concentrated in USA. Initially, it was in USA. However, growing environmental concerns, they shifted to China in 1990s, who used lax environmental laws. Remember, developing countries, environmental laws कभी भी मरोड़ सकते हैं, and other fiscal incentive to create a near monopoly, especially in metal refining segment. Chinese success in RE initially provided big relief to advanced countries. पहले तो they were happy कि चल वो कर रहा है without incurring environmental damage, but soon they realized that they have monopolized. The world is now in the search of alternate supply chain. In India, yes or no? सर अब इंडिया का टाइम आया सर. अब हमारा अमृत काल चल रहा है सर. अभी तो कांग्रेस थी ना सर. ना अमृत काल कम. आओ फिर अमृत काल में हम क्या करेंगे? India is endowed with rich RE reserve. Nearly 7 million tons are in India. That means 5% of global. How much was global? 130 था ना कुछ? 132. इसमें से 7 अपने पास है. बुरा नहीं है. True or not? Fifth largest in the world. और क्या चाहिए? India started efforts also, and we created 1950s. In fact, we were the early birds. when it established the Indian Rare Earth Limited (IREL). Nonetheless, in spite of these reserves, India has not been able to develop, and its share remains negligible. Ironically, IREL, which was established to produce REE, never actually focused on REE. Instead, it was focusing only on thorium minerals such as ilmenite, zircon, and rutile. Consequently, for years, REE production remained stagnant around 2000 ton only. Abhi thoda bahut bada hai. Extremely low domestic supply. We are forced to, look outside. Why wouldn't we do that? True or not? And as if we have taken very great care of the environment. So REE, IREL वाला क्या कर रहा है? सरकारी बाबू है ना? But there is a policy maker on top. Who is policy maker? IAS secretary. वो भी सरकारी बाबू. Don't go for civil services for a job. Go to civil services with a mission, and I'm going to make a difference. Okay, that? और अभी तो यही नहीं समझ में आ रहा सर, हमें तो समझ ही नहीं आज क्या पढ़ा है भाई. आप लोगों को बेकार में ब्रेक में क्वेश्चन आएगा. Did you understand till now? Can I end the metals? I'm going to go into energy, coal and oil, and I brought the debates also. Global supply chains. India must work on that. उस trade पे हमें करना चाहिए, हो जाएगा. Critical minerals, and this is about the sovereignty and the needs of the country. Dollars will go out. Dollars will go out, and we will be importing inflation. That's a problem. Is it that happening or not? And our poor people will suffer. We have a huge population and a huge poor population here. Please understand the challenge of running a country like India. बहुत बड़ा challenge है, और वहाँ पे अगर inflation बाहर से है, that's a very sad thing. 1707. छोटा सा ब्रेक ले या नहीं ले? ले लेते हैं चलो. थोड़ा सा I'll keep the class a little 15 minutes extra ले लेंगे क्लास में. So 17:15 तक ब्रेक है, and the class will be half an hour after the break. We will have post break class also. ठीक है? I'm here only if you want. You can ask any doubts. Rakhi, that question was not valid here. Huntington को जो तुम ला रहे हो, that question is not valid. That's why I did not bring that. Otherwise, unnecessarily the class will be derailed. India is not going by Huntington. We are not living in a deterministic world. That is why I did not answer that question. So most of the people are not aware of Huntington. Yeah, whatever is the doubt, you can ask. The choice remains mine. Everyone, are we back? So Sneha has shared it. Nuclear dream, Jaduguda, the radiations are causing these things. So I'm saying safeguards are needed. Yes, sir. Safeguards are needed, and that is a very big challenge with the with what nuclear issues. And I want to tell you, nuclear issues are strategic issues. They are to be dealt by the PM and PMO. The discussion on nuclear issues can be bypassed in Parliament. PM, his cabinet, strategic issues, checks and balances. Checks and balances. If audit has to happen, who will keep it? Government will be auditing. What? Government will be auditing government. Difficult, much challenge. चलिए. So everyone, ये भी मिल गया आपको यूरेनियम वाला. So did you write on uranium? पता नहीं मैंने कहाँ लिखा है. Wherever the sheet is. Yeah. So can I say energy resources में nuclear fuel हो गया हमारा? These are the locations from the geographical point of view. Yes, when I come to power and all those things, later on, transport and all. You've heard of the nuclear power plant. कौन से नाम याद है आपको? यूपी में नरोरा, राजस्थान में रावत भाटा, then Ukai is there, I think. Ukai Tarapur. Then Karnataka में Kaiga. Then what is there in Tamil Nadu? Kalipakkam. Yes, these were the famous ones. पहले से ही बने हुए. Now we are bringing in more. What are we planning? Kumhari in Haryana. Sorry, I wrote Kalipakkam. Thank you, Sam, for correcting. Kakrapar. Kumhari in Haryana. Mithi Virdi in Gujarat. New ones, जो हम नया commission कर रहे हैं. Jaitapur. Tamil Nadu, Kudankulam has already been in use. Haripur in West Bengal. Yes. और आंध्रा में एक है, क्या नाम है उसका? Anyone remembers the name, the proposed ones? Baiga or something? Kovada. Kovada. Perfect. So ये आंध्रा में. Haripur in West Bengal. आंध्रा कोवाडा, मीठी विर्दी, जैतापुर, ये ककरापार इधर हो. कुडनकुलम. ठीक है, पुराने वाले हो गए. नरोरा, रावत भाटा, उकाई, तारापुर, कायगा. कलपक्कम ही तो था. मैं कंफ्यूज. Everyone okay? So the power plant and the uranium, have I told you the issues associated with that? And amazing thing, एक और चीज भी बता देना चाहता हूँ. As per the integrated energy policy of Government of India, as per the Niti Aayog, our target is around 25% of energy should come from nuclear. Right now, it is less than 5%. So when you get 15 lakh in your account, that black money, that will also be there. So Kakrapar has got criticality. So ठीक है, Kakrapar भी डाल दिया हमने, कलपक्कम भी डाल दिया. Do you get that? Kudankulam is also functional. This Kovada, Haripur, Jaitapur, Mithi Virdi, and Kumari. These are the new proposed ones. Is everyone okay? So ambitious target 25% of nuclear. Where will we get the energy? Where will we get the fuel from? But ठीक है, सरकार ने कह दिया तो कह दिया, सरकार कह देती है, हो जाएगा. Yes. नौकरी ही नौकरी, न्यूक्लियर ही न्यूक्लियर, हर घर न्यूक्लियर. अब की बार न्यूक्लियर सरकार. एंड अगर नहीं हो पाया तो कैसे करेंगे? अक्षय कुमार will go there and wherever he does Juma Kesari, we will consider this is nuclear now. Yes, sir. अक्षय कुमार जहां जहां जुबा केसरी करेंगे, we will declare this is nuclear. True. And you never know. You never know. Kumari is in Haryana. Yes. ठीक है. If government gives this nara today, हर घर nuclear, every house nuclear, and tomorrow you say no, it is impossible. Government can change the narrative. We said every house nuclear family. Get it? Go ahead. They are also in the business, no? They will also run it. Coal distribution in India. Coal पर आ जाए. Coal distribution. So remember coal कहाँ पर है? Geologically, two types of coal. Main coal of India is 150 million year old. Faulting of central Indian highland. Where is it found now? River valleys. Narmada, Mahanadi, Son, Godavari. Perfectly. And this is called tertiary coal. Recent origin, 2 million year old type. So the variety changes. This is good coal, bituminous coal. This is poor coal, lignite coal. Is everyone okay? So where is the coal? This is Jharkhand, and this is river Damodar. So where is coal? Here, coal. West Bengal, Jharkhand. Okay, that. Here we have Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, MP, Chhattisgarh. What is this river? Hasdo river. Okay, that. Then we have Penganga, Vainganga, Vardha. They are meeting what? Godavari. So they also have coal in them. And what is actually this whole thing? This whole thing was the fault line. Yes, और इधर क्या है? Mahanadi also. So Chhattisgarh, MP, Odisha, Maharashtra, Telangana, Jharkhand, West Bengal. Coal done. Good coal. If you can keep this map in mind, whatever I've taught today, or if you can recall it tomorrow, बहुत बढ़िया. If you are able to do that, do that. Is everyone okay? So what was it? Narmada, as somebody wrote down Narmada. So I'm saying Narmada doesn't have it. Narmada, after that, what happened? The basaltic lava came. So Son, Damodar. Son, Damodar, Mahanadi, and Godavari basins. Coal we're talking about in Jharkhand. So everyone, I'm making that Chota Nagpur plateau. Ramgarh, Gardat, Hazaribagh, Ranchi. Is everyone okay? So ये बिल्कुल समझ नहीं आ रहा. रिवाइज करोगे तो आएगा. रोज नया नया पैदा हो रहे हो. Don't do that. Yes sir. यहाँ पर शुरू हो जाता है हमारा कोल बेल्ट. The coal belt begins here. Important places in this are, if we are writing Jharkhand, the Bokaro, Giridih belt. Important mine, Jharia mines. Very, very important mines, Jharia. Bokaro, Giridih, Dhanbad, and Goda. यहाँ आएगा धनबाद गोदा. तो गोदा इस तरफ आ जाता है. और इधर क्या है? I think there is a mine called Lal Matia. Lal red mitti. So iron, also not iron, coal grade. And when we come to this place, यहाँ पर वेस्ट बंगाल में continuation of Jharia के बाद very, very important mine is Raniganj mine. Will you remember that? This is West Bengal, Raniganj. और यहीं पे you've seen Bokaro steel plant is also there. Then Jamshedpur steel plant is also there. You can see where they are getting the coal. Is everyone okay? Now let's reach MP. So this is to Jharkhand हो गया. Can I say this is Chhattisgarh? And here we have MP. In MP, Singrauli, Shahdol district, Sohagpur, River Pench, Kanhan Valley. So Pench Valley, that's okay, Umaria, ठीक है. Singrauli, Shahdol, Pench, that is there. And in Chhattisgarh, यहाँ पर क्या आता है? छत्तीसगढ़ में आ रहा है कोरबा. Which river are we talking of? यहाँ पर river है हसदेव. Korba, Raipur, Sarguja. So Chhattisgarh will have at Korba, Raipur, सरगुजा. निकल आता है ओडिशा. In Odisha, you have Talcher, Talcher. Odisha is Talcher and a river called Ib River. Is everyone okay? So the state clustering I have done, Jharkhand, Odisha in the Mahanadi Valley. ठीक है नीली, जितना है उतना काफी. अभी you want to add, you can add later also. Everyone okay? Quickly open the map of state map of Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, MP and find out what you can find out from there. Sheetal is saying Raj Mahal hills were of basalt. Yes or no? Coal is related to basalt or only fossil? So everyone please tell Sheetal, coal is basalt or fossil? Coal तो मैंने आपको बताया था ना, carbonization process. So Sheetal, everyone has given you the answer. Coal तो carbon ही है ना. So why are you in doubt? Why are you in doubt? So can I use clustering in answer writing? I don't know what is clustering. Diagram तो बनाओगे. And did I write coal anywhere in Raj Mahal Hill? Did I write? मैंने तो नहीं लिखा है. I was just showing so that you remember that. Geography students have a visualization. इसलिए किया. आधे लोग टेंशन में और ये कैसे आ गया? Confusion अपने आप ही लिया ना शीतल. Confusion which was nowhere there. फिर भी ले लिया हमने. It's a very simple thing that fossil fuels, cellulosic material of plants, turn into coal. I gave you process also, no? फिर लिया उसको मारा. So name same था. Why confusion? It is. That's why confusion. Name same था. पता नहीं मुझे तो राजमहल हिल से. I have already taught you. मैं इसीलिए कह रहा हूँ ना confusion कब आता है? When we have not repeated it. So request है everyone repeat it. निकाल लो फिर इधर political rally निकालोगे भाई. मैं confused हो गया हूँ. So don't be confused. Repeat it. Is everyone okay with this? यहाँ पर अब दिखा सकता हूँ मैं MP में शहडोल सुहागपुर MP. छत्तीसगढ़ इज व्हाट? कोरबा, रायपुर, सरगुजा. झारखंड व्हाट इज इट? बोकारो, गिरिडीह, धनबाद, गोटा. इधर क्या है? रानीगंज. एंड ओडिशा में क्या कर रहा हूँ? तालचर. इज एवरीवन ओके? गोदावरी का भी नहीं किया, महाराष्ट्र का भी नहीं किया. महाराष्ट्र में अभी ये नहीं किया, साउथ में भी चलेंगे. यहाँ तक क्लियर? डिड वी फाइंड एनी रिवर और नॉट? मैप खोला था या नहीं खोला था? डिड वी फाइंड एनी रिवर और नॉट? हसदेव रिवर, रायपुर मिला, कोरबा मिला, कुछ तो मिला होगा. कैन यू राइट कोल ओवर देयर? वो मिल जाएगा. स्टार्ट डूइंग दैट. ओके नाउ व्हाट? साउथ में चलें इधर. तो महाराष्ट्र का मैप खोलो. महाराष्ट्र, आंध्रा, क्विकली. एंड लोकेट अ प्लेस कॉल्ड वर्धा. वर्धा रिवर पे वर्धा आ जाए. वर्धा रिवर लोकेट करो. ट्रिब्यूटरी ऑफ गोदावरी. लोकेट वर्धा, प्लेस कॉल्ड वर्धा. उसमें कोल लिख दो. नागपुर के आसपास होगा वर्धा.